everybody, the Casual Cutter here, and today I'm going to give you a peek into my little corner of the world where I spend a lot of my free time working on knives, modifying knives, doing knife reviews, taking pictures of knives, sharpening knives, and browsing the internet doing knife stuff. So if you're interested in seeing a little bit of what I got going on and also my collection, stick around and watch this video. Okay, so where do we begin? I guess first I'll give you a little bit of a backstory. I recently in the past year moved out of a large living space with my own outbuilding workshop and a ton of storage. And now I'm in a spot that's definitely a little bit more space restricted, so I have to work with what I got. We're going to go into my humble current knife collection, which really doesn't consist of all that many knives, but I only keep the really good ones that I'm into, all different price ranges, all different brands, but they're really just knives that kind of do it for me and that are all keepers. So we're going to go into that, and then I'll show you around the rest of the man cave. Alright, so a month or two ago I decided I wanted to come up with an idea to store and display my permanent knife collection. And thought about it for a little while and came up with this. Because I'm limited to one-person camera crew, I'm going to have to use a little bit of cinematic movie magic and show you what this turns into. Be right back. Boom, there it is. As you can see behind this painting is another little art display. I made this cabinet out of some scraps of wood I picked up, and this stuff called Kaizen foam. It's tool storage foam that most people use in toolboxes, but I had to be a knucklehead and make a knife case out of it. I thought it was a pretty good idea though. Let's kick it off with this one right here. This is the Giant Mouse GM5. It's the 5th iteration of Giant Mouse Knives' flagship line of cutlery, and I think it's pretty awesome. I did a review on my channel of this, you can check out, but basically you have titanium milled scales with blue anodized hardware around the pivot collar, pocket clip, and backspacer. Elmax steel. These are a limited run of 300 units, and then there's a run of 100 Pirate Edition, which instead of the blue stuff, it's got bronze and kind of a dark PVD coating on the scales and blade. But I love this knife, love the way it looks, love the way it carries. There's really not much that I don't like about it. So definitely a keeper. It's hard to operate with this hand and also film, but yeah, GM5, cool knife. This one is 254 out of 300. So if you don't know Giant Mouse, check them out. Next on the list, we'll go with Spyderco PM2. This PM2 is sporting a Ramus custom carbon fiber scales. Still got the factory hardware, I just can't decide what to do with it. So anyway, PM2, this one happens to be an S110V, which people either love or hate. Compression lock, like you guys have never seen a PM2 before. Awesome knife, super ergonomic. I don't think I'll ever get rid of it, and I might switch this blade out to M390 eventually, but for now it stays in the collection, and it's a really good all-around knife. Put that one back in its place. Let's go with the ZT-0630. If you follow my Instagram, you've probably seen a lot of this knife lately because I just outfitted it with these custom micarta scales. And this is the only ZT I've ever owned, and it's really the only one I've ever felt the need to pick up and actually try out, spend my hard-earned money on. I mean, ZT has a lot of nice knives, but when I saw this blade shape and the Emerson Wave, I kind of had to have it. And I think with the micarta scales, it's pretty friggin' awesome now. Still rocking the stock clip, but I think I'm going to change that in the not too distant future. I know the 0920 clip fits it as well, and it's a lot slimmer in the profile. So this is definitely a keeper. Not going anywhere ever, especially with those micarta scales. Move on to this guy. Now this knife is in this case for a particular reason. It's the Kershaw Knockout, the original Knockout. It's assisted opening, which I'm not really a huge fan of, but this is probably the knife that's responsible for getting me back into to knives after a bit of a hiatus. The Knockout's got aircraft aluminum scales with a knocked out lock bar, so you get lightweight and strength. Thumb studs or flipper. Like I said, it's assisted, but you know, whatever. It's beat up. It's been carried a lot. I carried this every day for probably about a year and a half. Beat the snot out of it, and it keeps going. So this one stays in the collection for more of a sentimental value, but it is an awesome knife too. I mean, if you're into assisted openers, it's I think it's one of the best that Kershaw offers. Comes in a bunch of different versions now. Black coated blade, stonewash blade, M390. So if you like assisted openers, that's one of the best, I think. Looks like I keep getting my finger in the way, so sorry about that. Let's go down to this one. This is another Giant Mouse Knives. This one is the Ace Biblio out of their full production, unlimited production line. Also has micarta scales just like the ZT, except these are darkened up a little bit from carry and use. It's one of the things I love about micarta. It really looks better and better with age. So the Biblio is a flipper, or it's also got a thumb hole. And this guy has M390 blade steel. Also comes with black G10 handles. But another super ergonomic design from Giant Mouse. Nice forward finger choil. Just a really cool EDC knife. It's got a little wire pocket clip. Easy to carry. Like I said, flipper or thumb hole. But it's a cool knife. I dig it. They just re-released a new batch. They were sold out and hard to get for a while with the canvas micarta. But now you can head over to, I guess, their website or Blade HQ and pick them up as of December 5th, I believe. So that's that. Here we got a knife you've probably seen a lot of on Instagram, and that's my custom Pilar. This one has backspacer work done, stone wash, acid etch. I use it quite a bit. Throw it in the pocket when I can't decide what else to carry. Again, you got that design from Vox that has that nice forward finger choil you can get in there. This is the base model. Doesn't have the S35VN steel, but you know what? I got a KME, so it doesn't matter. I torched the hardware, bronzed it up a little bit. Stonewash acid etch scales. With the blade, I also acid etched and stonewashed that, but I kind of buffed down the sides there and gave it a little contrast. I don't know, I played around with it. This one's pretty smooth though. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Something Obscene Company Nemly 2.0 cleaver. It's a wild knife. Got the Damascus backspacer. Not backspacer, clip. They make a backspacer in Damascus too, but no surprise, it sold out super fast. So I managed to get my hands on one of the clips. I love Damascus details on knives, so that's on there. This one's a flipper only, S35 VN steel, and titanium frame lock, manufactured by We Knives for Something Obscene Company. You can see their logo there. And then on the other side of the blade, you have CPMS 35 VN, and this one is number 73 out of 100. They did 100 in the black and satin, 100 in a black blade and gray scales, and 100 all blacked out for a total of 300. They had a couple special editions too, but I love this thing. It's just completely ridiculous in design. Drop shut, super smooth, and it's obscene. What do you want from me? I love it though. Got it for my birthday, so that's not going anywhere. You might know what this is. This is the Boker F3 based on the Vox F3 Custom. Picked this up on the secondary market. Started to smooth it out a little bit. I'm going to mod it. I just don't know what I'm going to do yet. Just came in last weekend. But total beast and tank of a knife. Blade stock's like 0.2 inches. 0.19 inches, something like that. But it's a cool knife. It's like a giant folding Bowie. Action's not that good, but you know, it works. Deploys one-handed. No complaints really. It's a cool knife. You get a lot of material for the money, that's for sure. But yeah, scored it on the secondary market. And I'm going to do some work to it. Last but not least over here, my newest knife. Probably my coolest knife, the Koenig Arius. This thing is unbelievable. Fit and finish, materials, and the action is insane. Flipper, thumb hole. I'm not going to try to spidey flick it on camera because I'll totally screw it up. But look at that action, guys. Fires like a rocket. Drop shut. It's got the brushed, hand brushed satin blade with polished flats. Bead blasted spine, bead blasted fuller. These knives are freaking awesome. I suggest you check them out. They're a little pricey, but you can find them on the secondary market for not that bad. So I'm keeping this thing forever, and it's probably the first knife I'm going to definitely look for multiples in because they come a bunch of different ways. And I want more. Probably want more. So yeah, that's the permanent keepers right there. And then if you come over here, I have a little, I don't know, what do you call this, vanity box. Got my wallet from Hellbent Holsters. That's the 2.0 in carbon fiber. Check them out. They're awesome. Little watch there. That's the Citizen Titanium you might have seen on Instagram. And a little Smith & Wesson tactical pen, whatnot. But this drawer here houses the kind of EDC beaters. Got my Kershaw Leak, which I've had for about 10 years. This one's done up in a stonewash, acid etch, torched hardware, another assisted. Don't carry it really anymore, but it's the first knife that I practiced acid etch on. So Again, sentimental, still a cool knife. Here's my rack number 2 customized. Awesome knife. It's got that splatter pattern acid etch that I did the video on. Stippled handle scales. Probably the best knife you can get for like 25 bucks. So there's that. Carry it a lot, use it around the house, abuse it. Still keeps going. Got a little Kershaw pub. It's a weird knife. Can't decide if I like it or not. It's really hard to open one hand, but it's a little slip joint. Sheep's foot blade. Bottle opener. It's got like a carabiner thing going on. It's got a little pry bar flathead going on. This one comes with the carbon fiber scale. They come in a bunch of different colors, but it was like 15 bucks. I figured I'd give it a shot. And I throw it in the pocket if I want to go like super minimalist or have a backup blade that I'm not afraid to pull out and use and cause the general public to go into mass hysteria. It's usually a good choice. This is a Bird Blades bottle butcher. Let me take the sheath off. Use the teeth. Bottle butchers are cool. I got this as a gift. It's a super sharp little blade. As the name implies, it's got a bottle opener. I carry it once in a while, but for the most part, it kind of just stays in here. Spyderco Para 3. I think I called this a PM2 a million times, but on film. But yeah, Para 3 did that splatter pattern again. This is the M390 bento box, but I scrapped the Smurf blue scales. Kind of went for a basic black. It's got the bronze hardware I did with the blowtorch. Bronze MXG deep carry clip, which is awesome. Compression lock again. This is a knife I carry quite a bit, but it's just a smaller version of the PM2, really. And it works, so it stays. Last but not least is this crazy friggin' thing. This is the Fox Knives 478, I believe, karambit. And yeah, karambits, man. Flip them, do whatever with them. It's got the Emerson Wave. This was the first knife I ever had with the Emerson Wave, and I just kind of dig the philosophy behind it, I guess. You know, you just grab it, pull it out, and it deploys just as fast as a fixed blade. So don't carry this really anymore. I'm just not into it. But it's beat up. It's seen a lot of mileage, and it's probably not worth much. So it stays. Yeah, so that's that. If we open this up, I just got a bunch of random things like the junk drawer. Got some challenge coins. Got this cool skull curio from Carpe Diem EDC. I'm in the process of trying to refinish it. This is solid brass, I think. So that's why that's there. And I also got a 1900 Morgan silver dollar. All right. You know, sentimental. Shank Sharpeners Union coin. That's the Giant Mouse Knives fan club. These are super hard to get, so don't even ask. And then I got a challenge coin, also from Carpe Diem EDC. So that's kind of cool. These are awesome to carry around, fidget with, use as props in pictures. Old school 70s era brass knuckles. Found them in a box. That's that. Move over here. And we got my bench mat from Lyman. Awesome bench mat. Thick rubber. They're 10 bucks on Amazon. Go check them out. Weha 65-piece tool set that I use. That is awesome. They're pricey, but they're worth it because you'll never have to buy another precision toolkit again, I don't think. Threadlock blue. Got my little Kershaw rinky-dink thing. for a backup driver when you have to use 2 at a time. Flitz polish, good stuff. Aegis Solutions EDCI. This is what I use on all my blades. It is a freaking awesome product. Definitely pick some up. You spray it on, you massage it in with a cloth, and then you wipe it dry, and it works. That's all I can say is it works. It doesn't leave a residue or anything, so that's cool. Got various tricks of the trade here. A blowtorch from Amazon. I use that to torch color hardware. Refillable. Tumbling media for the stone wash. Got some nail polish and touch-up paint for masking off stuff when I do the acid etch. Windex is my best friend for cleaning stainless steel. So, I don't know where I learned that, but it works awesome. I also use it to quench the hardware after I heat it up. Rinky-dink things, coffee, computer, and last but not least, the KME sharpening system. This thing friggin' rocks. Super short learning curve on this. I used to have I still have a Ken Onion Work Sharp, but I just think it's too loud, too messy to use. Only does a convex edge, really. And yeah, the Work Sharp for me just isn't good for smaller blades and pocket knives. So I got one of these last month, and it rocks. So that's what I use to sharpen everything. Got a couple CRKT pilars I'm going to mod up. Got a angle cube here. Little angle cube. Just got this in last week. I don't even know how to use it, but I'll play around with it. Makes it so you can gauge the angle of what you're sharpening. Oh, here's an old beat up kitchen knife that I have to sharpen. It's a piece of junk, but it's dull as hell, so it's got to get sharpened. So yeah, that's pretty much my current collection of knives and my workspace. I have a couple other beaters in the car and scattered around the house. I think I got a Kershaw, needs work. Got a Leatherman, a couple other things, but that's it, guys. This is my spot, my fortress of solitude. Oh, I almost forgot. What's over here? The Nemley fixed blade cleaver, the original. Got the knuckle dusters, 5-inch nasty cleaver blade. This one's in D2 steel. It's got black G10 handle scales. I think it's like 9 inches overall. It's illegal to carry in my state, so I kind of put it behind the glass and just enjoy looking at it since I can't carry it. So yeah, that's another one that's limited to it's 100 pieces in satin D2 and 100 pieces in black D2. So I had to go with the satin to kind of match my folding 2.0 Nemley. So yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoyed the tour. Like MTV Cribs, but just a corner. Anyway, if you guys have any questions about anything you've seen here today, drop into the comments section. Ask away. I'd be more than happy to chat. And as always, please help me out. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. There's going to be a lot more to come in terms of content this year. So I'm excited. Thanks for sticking around, guys, and I will catch you on the next one. Oh, crap. So I totally forgot to show you guys what I'm carrying in my pocket right now, which is the Giant Mouse Ace Iona. And this is a new knife from Giant Mouse. I did a review on this guy. A lot of people either love it or hate it, and a lot of people have an issue with deployment for some reason. And I did a little video on Instagram about that. Based on the geometry of the knife, I think a lot of people are trying to push this thumb stud out, flick it out, but you're supposed to push it up, and it operates flawlessly. At least it does with mine. Look at that. Straight up. Straight up. Take it out of your pocket, push the thumb stud straight up. Awesome knife. Under $100. I think it's 99 bucks. M390 steel, FRN handle scales. Comes in green or blue, bead blast or satin. Super cool EDC blade. It's small, it's light. It's kind of like a alternative to the Benchmade bug out, I think. Thumb stud, 2 sides. Yeah, so that's what I'm carrying. Sorry I forgot about that. See you guys later. Catch you on Instagram or Facebook. You can find me there at The Casual Cutter. Like I said, leave a comment if you have a question about any of these knives or any of these tools or anything that you saw here today. See you guys later.